You ever look up at the night sky, really look, and wonder, are we actually alone here? It's a question that's kept scientists up at night for decades, because when you look at the numbers, the universe should be absolutely buzzing with life. But all we hear is silence. So today we're going to dive deep into this cosmic mystery.
And it all kicked off with this one simple question. Picture it. It's 1950, a casual lunch break at Los Alamos National Lab. The brilliant physicist Enrico Fermi just throws this question out to his colleagues. Where is everybody? And that one little offhand comment, it launched one of the most profound and frankly unsettling paradoxes in all of science. The scale of this thing is just mind-boggling. Astronomers now figure that pretty much every star you see up there has at least one planet. With literally trillions of chances for life to pop up, you'd think the universe would be a pretty noisy place, right? A cosmic party. And yet, nothing. Just static.
So, this great cosmic silence, it's the central clue in a detective story that's been stumping the best and brightest for over 70 years. Where do we even start to look for answers?
Well, for decades, we've basically had our ear to the wall. We've been using these giant radio telescopes, the SETI program, to eavesdrop on the universe. We're listening for the kinds of things we'd recognize. Radio waves, laser pulses, anything that would signal a civilization kind of like ours.
And the results so far? An unnerving, unbroken quiet. It's like we're shouting into a grand cathedral and not even getting an echo back. But maybe the problem isn't that nobody's out there. Maybe we're just listening for the wrong things entirely.
And then, in 2017, something weird paid us a visit. An object we named Oumuamua came tumbling through our solar system. It was long, thin, and it was moving in ways that just didn't make sense for a rock. It even sped up. That's when Harvard's Avi Loeb asked a really bold question. What if it wasn't a rock at all, but some kind of alien probe?
Now, Oumuamua really opened up a whole new line of thinking. What if alien life isn't silent at all? What if they're communicating in ways we can't even begin to imagine? And that leads us to our first group of suspects in this mystery, the civilizations that are sending whispers we just can't hear.
Okay, so one possibility is that advanced civilizations are using something called quantum communication. Now, instead of blasting radio waves out into the void for anyone to hear, they're whispering with qubits. Think about it like this. Our computers use bits, right? A 0 or a 1. That's it. Qubits can be a 0 and a 1 at the same time, which lets you send information that is incredibly complex and totally impossible for us to intercept.
And the tech you would need for this is just staggering. We're talking about a telescope maybe 100 kilometers wide, sending a perfectly focused, laser-like beam of information across the galaxy. Unless you are the exact intended recipient, you would never ever know it was there. To us, it would be completely invisible.
But what if the silence isn't about high-tech whispers? What if it's about patience? The Astrobiology hypothesis suggests a much stranger idea. What if advanced civilizations are just asleep? Not dead, but hibernating, waiting for the universe to get a whole lot colder.
I know what you're thinking. Why on Earth, or anywhere else, would an entire civilization decide to take a trillion-year nap? Well, the answer is actually pretty logical. It's all about saving energy and, believe it or not, maximizing their potential.
It all comes down to this number right here, 10 to the power of 30. You see, by waiting for the background temperature of the universe to cool way, way down, a civilization could get 10 to the 30th times more computing power for the exact same amount of energy. It's like waiting for the ultimate cosmic Black Friday sale. It's the longest of long-term investments.
Okay, but what if this silence has nothing to do with technology or cosmic patience? What if it's born out of pure, rational fear? Our next theory takes us into a much darker and way more dangerous universe.
The science fiction author Lou Sixian came up with this absolutely chilling analogy. He said the universe isn't empty, it's a dark forest. And in this forest, every civilization is a silent, armed hunter. And the number one rule of this forest, don't make a sound. Ever. Because making a sound can be a death sentence.
The logic behind it is just cold and unforgiving. First, survival is everything. Second, resources in the universe are limited. Third, and this is the big one, you can't trust anyone when a single message takes thousands of years to cross the void. So, the only logical conclusion, stay hidden. And if you do happen to spot someone else, you take them out before they can take you out. So everyone just stays perfectly still, listening. It's a terrifying thought that our own radio broadcasts are basically making us the loudest, most naive creature in the woods.
So, are they quiet, are they asleep, or are they just hiding? Our final theory suggests something even more profound. What if they're not like us at all? What if they've evolved into something we couldn't even begin to comprehend?
I mean, just think about how much our world has changed in the last 100 years. Now try to imagine a civilization that's had thousands or maybe even millions of years of a head start. The pace of change just gets faster and faster. They wouldn't just be more advanced than us, they would be fundamentally different, unrecognizably different.
And this is what's called the transcension hypothesis. It's the idea that the ultimate goal for intelligent life isn't to conquer the stars out there, but to explore the very fabric of reality in here. A civilization could become so advanced that it literally packs all of its knowledge, its consciousness, into a space as dense as a black hole. They haven't disappeared. They've just moved to a different plane of existence.
So after exploring all of these huge cosmic possibilities, it's time to bring the question back down to Earth. Because really, every single one of these solutions to the Fermi Paradox, it holds up a mirror to our own future.
You see, each of these theories is a potential path for humanity. Are we going to be the ones whispering across the cosmos with quantum physics? Will we put ourselves on ice and wait for a colder, more efficient age? Are we going to hide in fear in our own little corner of the dark forest? Or will we do something else entirely and transcend the physical universe altogether?
In the end, maybe the Fermi Paradox isn't really about them at all. Maybe it's about us. The silence of the universe forces us to look at our own future and ask a really hard question. In this vast, quiet cosmos, who do we want to become? Which path will we choose?